On November 26, 1930, a strange story was published on the front page of a Canadian newspaper. The title was Village of the Dead. This news shocked the whole country. A small village in northern Canada had completely disappeared, and no one knew how or why. Viewers, today we're diving into one of the strangest unsolved mysteries in Canadian history, the disappearance of an Inuit village near Angakuni Lake.
This village was near a lake called Angakuni Lake. Around 100-150 people lived there. They were from the Eskimo tribe. They survived by fishing in the lake and hunting animals in the nearby forest. The area was very remote and cold. Not many people lived there because the weather was so harsh. Even today, it's a place where only a few thousand people live across thousands of kilometers. One cold night in November 1930, a hunter named Joe LaBelle came to this area for hunting. He was so focused on the hunt, he didn't notice when night fell. As it got dark, Joe decided to stay the night in the Eskimo village nearby. He had done this before, and the villagers were always kind to visitors. So he packed his things and started walking toward the village. It was a clear, moonlit night, but something felt strange. There was no sound at all. No people. No dogs. Just silence. He could only hear his own footsteps. Joe kept walking. As he got closer, he saw smoke rising from some of the huts. They usually mean someone is inside, keeping warm. But when he arrived, the village was completely empty. There were no people anywhere. Not even children or elders. Not even animals. But fires were still burning. Food was on the stoves, but it had burned. Sewing was left half-finished. Needles were still in the fabric. It looked like the people had left suddenly, in the middle of whatever they were doing. Joe checked more huts, but found no one. He also saw dogs tied up who had died from hunger. There was food nearby, but no one to feed them. He found a freshly dug grave, too. That made him even more scared. Joe knew something was very wrong. He quickly left and went to the nearest telegraph office. From there, he contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP. He told them everything he had seen. When the police came to investigate, they found exactly what Joe had described. No people, no signs of struggle, no blood, no broken things, just emptiness. They launched a search operation. But here's where it gets weirder. The entire village was covered in snow, but there were no footprints at all, except Joe's. No one had walked out of the village. No one had walked in. The lake was frozen. The boats were on land. If people had left by water, there would be signs like broken ice. But there was nothing. It looked like the people had vanished into thin air. The police later learned that the villagers had been missing for days, even before Joe arrived, because the dogs had died of hunger and fires were still burning lightly. It meant the people hadn't been gone for long. After months of investigation, the police found no answers. So they marked the case as unsolved, and it was forgotten with time. But 50 years later, in 1984, two writers, Roger Bohr and Nigel Blundell, brought the story back. They said they met a hunter near the lake who claimed he had seen UFOs flying over the village. The writers believed that maybe aliens came that night and took the whole village. But they had no proof. So most people didn't believe the story. Over the years, more theories and rumors spread. But the truth is, even after nearly 100 years, no one knows what really happened. The entire village disappeared silently, without a trace. No footprints, no struggle, no explanation. To this day, the mystery of Angakuni Lake remains unsolved. What do you think happened to the village? Was it aliens? Something supernatural? Or something else? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and share if you enjoyed this mystery. See you in the next story.